Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically oppose the secret society.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever needs to be done
and unwarranted
to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom.
far outweigh the dangers
In this present crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty, where we don't have sound in our headphones, so this is probably not going to end well.
We just didn't have the intro sound.
Hold on. Let's check this out real quick while we've got a second.
Nope, we're good there. We just didn't have the intro sound.
Smell like failure.
Okay, so it's something in OBS.
It's just we're back to not being able to hear the intro again.
Yeah, super
which is
weird. I legit hate it when it does this.
What is that noise? Did you just hear that? I think it was Cody.
Like
Cody's in the room.
Like a fat guy.
Wow. I mean, it's accurate, but wow. I'm just one fat guy looking at two other fat guys.
Wow.
I'm just a fat guy playing a fat guy that looks like a fat guy.
Pretending to be another fat guy.
This way, just a smidge. There you go. Get a little bit closer so I can smack you later.
You want to fondle my...
No,
I want to smack the shit out of you.
I want you to stay here.
Why?
I feel like the camera
Because I hate you.
is a little... It needs a...
No, it doesn't. We've already been through this.
Why does it feel like I'm
Actually,
really far over?
Because I'm really far over. I don't know.
You just need to come towards me is what it is.
No, because I'm already like in the
No, that's right.
full frame.
It's so weird. I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever.
I don't know. Cody.
What?
Scooch the camera. Get your fat ass up.
Just needs a...
And scooch. No, don't.
No.
Don't touch it. Cody.
Yeah.
Scoot it that way. Just scoot it.
To me?
No,
Yes.
it needs to go towards me.
Oh, yeah. No, the other way. Sorry.
Okay, away from me. Gotcha.
Yeah, away from you.
Push it.
Oh, my God.
Push it good.
Whip it.
Oh, God, don't
Whip
look at the
it
light.
good.
Right.
A little more. Perfect.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey, now we're pretty centered.
Well, I don't know about the pretty part, but...
We're both actually wearing black tonight.
Yep. Yeah, but mine's obviously handguns, rifles, F-15s, and nukes.
Mine is a landscaping t-shirt, and feel how soft it is.
Hey guys. Hey, guys.
That dry fit.
Hey, guys.
It's so nice.
Guys.
What?
We're all three wearing black.
Yeah, but nobody can see you, so it doesn't matter.
It's we're so tactical.
I'm actually wearing merch.
Cody is wearing merch. He is wearing the Freedom Boog hoodie.
The Boog.
Which you can buy. In the link in our description.
For the low price of...
I don't know.
I can't remember. I don't remember.
I can't remember how expensive it is, but they are comfortable hoodies and they are pretty good quality.
As long as your name isn't Justin, they'll work properly.
Yeah, apparently. Well, no, as long as your name isn't Justin or Mick, because Mick bought
as long as your name is Cody, everything will work out fine for you.
Yeah. I mean, even my We the People holster shirt, the flag has started to peel like those did for me.
My t-shirt finally started to bite the dust.
Yeah.
A year later.
Well, I mean,
that's pretty good though.
A year is a good time. It was a good time period for a t-shirt. But anyway, we're going to get right into this. Joe, how was your week? Short and sweet, to the point.
It was good. Got to play Warhammer 40K
Nice.
for the first time to date. It was excellent. Justin, how was your week?
No, we go to Cody.
Oh, Cody, how's your week?
My week was fucking terrible. But you know what? It ended up okay. So I'm here. We're having fun, and we got shit to talk about.
I learned about Buddhism and Hinduism.
Yeah.
In college this past 2 weeks. It's called karma, and it's a bitch.
Wow.
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 I will send you to Jesus.
Oh yeah, you haven't heard the new sounds, have you?
I'm sure I'll hear them tonight.
Oh yeah.
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
I feel like that's a good one, but I don't know where we're going to use it in this show.
I'll say the goat. You got to do the goat. That's a
Screaming goat.
That's fucking glorious.
It's from
Isn't it, though?
It's from the Grinch, the new Grinch movie.
No, it's literally a screaming goat. That's what they sound like.
Yeah.
But that exact goat is from the...
They all sound like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they have it in
They sound like that.
They have
It's
it in
crazy.
the new animated Grinch movie. It's funny.
Anyway, since nobody's going to ask except for
No,
Joe.
no. I was about to, and then you started talking about school and learning shit.
No, I know.
So you know what? No, go fuck
Acting like
yourself.
he's some kind of educated...
You know what? You know what, guy? Hey.
Hi.
How was your week, Justin?
It was boring
Okay, nobody cares.
for the most
All right,
part.
into the
But
show.
Anyway,
You know what this would taste good in?
old fashioned.
Eggnog.
Ooh, it would. Those be facts. So anyway, as usual,
Gentlemen, cheers.
it's time to talk freedom things.
Skull.
So anyway, guys, I want you to know that I know things are bad, but
They're about to get much worse.
they're going to get way worse. First on the agenda is something that started this morning. Israel has been under attack by Hamas, and it's not good. But yeah, so we're just going to go straight to this.
Situation is volatile and it's changing quite quickly, but here's the situation is volatile and it's changing quite quickly, but here's what we know right now. The situation is volatile and it's changing quite quickly, but the situation is volatile and it's changing quite quickly, but here's what we know right now. The Palestinian militant group Hamas has launched a massive, unprecedented military operation from the air. They say they fired more than 5,000 rockets and long-range missiles, some of them slamming into cities in southern Israel, and you can see thick black plumes of smoke in the air, residents trying to take shelter wherever they can. Now, from the ground, images showing dozens of heavily armed Palestinians on motorbikes and also in pickup trucks infiltrating Israeli settlements near the border, also cutting through the border fence and shooting at passers-by, killing at least 22 Israelis and injuring hundreds of others. We have been hearing disturbing reports that Hamas has taken at least 35 Israelis, including soldiers, and holding them hostage. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu telling the country that we are at war and we will win. Hamas's spokesperson calling on all Palestinians to take up arms and fight. Janae.
And Lama, you have been covering this region extensively. I know you said at the top of the hour that this was likely extensively planned and could be seen as a security failure by Israel. How are people reacting there right now?
Yeah, Janae, people are shocked that Hamas militants who come from one of the poorest areas in the Palestinian territories, from Gaza, which has been under siege for decades, that they have been able to carry out this sort of...
First off,
why is it a security failure from Israel? Because Israel's getting attacked.
Under siege, they gave that land to the Palestinians to shut them up. Like, I'm sorry that you don't want to play by the rules of Israel and be civilized people. That doesn't make you under siege, okay? You're the bad guy in this situation.
Like, you're attacking
you're literally
people's
attacking
homes.
citizens. You're not attacking military bases. You're not attacking the military itself. You're killing innocent people. You are the bad guys in this situation, and it is not okay. Now, what country do we know that are known Hamas supporters in the Middle East.
Iran? Iraq?
Iran. That's right. Iran. So who did we just have a prisoner exchange in which we didn't give them a prisoner back? Instead, we gave them access to their money back. Any ideas? Any ideas what country that was? Do you know?
It was probably
I'll take one down for 20,000.
Probably President Trump.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Trump's fault.
I'm sure we'll figure out.
It's 100% Trump's fault.
I'm sure they'll figure out some way to make it Trump's fault.
Oh wait, that's right. That's it. Biden cut a deal with the Iranians, giving them access to their bank accounts back in exchange for like 5 or 6 prisoners. And the Iranian the Iranian government basically told him humanitarian needs is whatever we say it is. What are the odds that they funneled some of that cash to Hamas to fund this? What do you think the odds are?
I would say there's no odds because it probably did happen.
They're pretty high. The odds are pretty high, right? So
10 to 1.
So looking at this, you can almost directly correlate because this scale of attack hasn't happened in as long as I can remember.
I do believe it's been a while.
And all of a sudden, Iran gets all their money back, and now Hamas is.
Well, here's the thing, though. Doesn't Israel
launching
have
large-scale attacks?
Well, I don't know. Hamas was launching rockets.
No. They have taken towns.
Oh, they've actually had military movement.
Yes.
Okay.
They're in country, and there are reports that members of Hamas are going from door to door, killing every person in the house. And so this particularly scared me because one of my coworkers' sisters was in Israel until right before this happened.
Man.
And I didn't know if, cause she works with us too. But her and her husband had went on vacation and they went to Israel, and this broke out. Luckily they were already on a plane on their way back when this started. But like, it's scary, especially if you know people that are over there during this.
Right.
And,
well, I mean, okay, so the rockets are hitting here. Imagine what if they were hitting back there, man? Like,
yeah.
Talk about
this is like the urban area.
Serious damage.
So I don't know. And then of course, it's bad enough that happened, but then our current geriatric in chief decided that he needed to make a statement about it. Stop.
Good afternoon.
Stop. Oh, there you go.
Today, the people of Israel are under attack, orchestrated by a terrorist organization, Hamas. In this moment of tragedy, I want to say to them and to the world and to terrorists everywhere that the United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back. We'll make sure that they have the help their citizens need and they can continue to defend themselves. The world's seen appalling images. Thousands of rockets in a space of hours raining down on Israeli cities. I got up this morning, started this at 7:30, 8 o'clock, my calls. Hamas terrorists crossing in Israel, killing not only Israeli soldiers, but Israeli civilians. In the street, in their homes, innocent people murdered, wounded, entire families taken hostage by Hamas. Just days after Israel marked the holiest of days in the Jewish calendar. It's unconscionable. When I spoke with Prime Minister
Turn your fucking ringer off.
I told him the United States stands with the people of Israel.
That's weird because you just gave a country that hates Israel's guts billions of dollars.
On another hand, though, how much do you think Ilhan Omar is just like, no!
First off, as of like 10 o'clock this morning, complete radio silence from all of the squad.
Really?
All of the Palestinian backers in our government. Complete silence, at least on Twitter.
Imagine that.
Or on X. I still call it Twitter all the time. It's X, but you know what I mean. Speaking of X, this week on X is pretty good this week. But the audacity of this man to stand up there and say that we stand with Israel when you literally gave Israel's enemies money doesn't quite sit right with me.
No.
And at the end of the day, if it comes to light that Hamas was backed by Iran for this attack, you can kind of blame the United States for it. Because the United States gave Iran the money to back Hamas.
Yep. Probes called him hummus.
Now, at the end of the day, it's Israel, right? I think sovereign nations have a right to defend themselves, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's America's business to be going over there and taking care of the problem.
It's going to be another endless war.
But that's the thing. Israel has been under constant attack since its inception.
Right.
They've never known peace.
Right.
Much like us, America has had 15 years total where we were in 0 wars.
Yeah. Something like that.
It's not a very big number for a country that's almost 250 years old. But, we helped Israel develop the Iron Dome, which obviously when things are coming in that fast and that many of them, it's kind of hard to get them all. But, we've given Israel the tools that they need to defend themselves, and it's kind of up to Israel to defend themselves. And make no mistake, Netanyahu is not going to let this one go. He's going...
And I think Israel is capable of defending
Israel
itself.
Is going to fuck them up.
We're not talking about Ukraine, You
want to talk about a society of fucking warriors? Israel is the country you want to talk about, not Ukraine.
Yeah.
Now, Ukraine...
Because even the women are in the military.
At the beginning of the war in Ukraine... we were all for Ukraine defending themselves. Those people were warriors, blah, blah, blah. What we're not for is the funding from the U.S. taxpayer.
Especially when it's being abused.
Correct, which is exactly what it is.
But Israel, I think even the women are required to do what, 2 years?
Yes, it's a mandatory 2-year service. Yeah. I think there are certain exceptions, obviously, for pregnancy.
You probably have to pass a physical line. There's probably a physical fitness thing.
Once you're of age, you are conscripted in the military.
And that's a country though where I wouldn't really call it dictatorial, because that country, like you said, is constantly under attack.
Well, that country has elections more often than you can sneeze.
But what I'm saying is that act though is technically necessary for a country like that, because they are, like you said, constantly under attack.
Yeah, I think Benjamin Netanyahu's been elected 6 times now.
I don't know.
It's a lot.
But
it's not all consecutive, but they elect him.
But some have claimed that it's corrupt, though.
And it could be. But at the end of the day,
I'm just saying.
Again, it's none of America's business.
Every government form of any shape, form, or fashion is corrupt in some way.
Yeah.
No, they're talking about the election. They say the election.
That's part of the government.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But anyway. Continuing.
In the face of these terrorist assaults, Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop. There's never justification for terrorist attacks. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid.
What the fuck did he just said?
Let me say this as clear. Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop. There's never justification for terrorist attacks. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering. Let me say this as clearly as I can. This is not a moment for any party hostile to Israel to exploit these attacks to seek advantage. The world is watching.
What is your geriatric old ass going to do? I'm going to send Hunter over there.
Fall down some steps and
he'll make everything right. I'm sorry, but your threats mean nothing. Or Putin wouldn't have invaded Ukraine.
Ilhan Omar has actually come out on Twitter and condemned the attacks.
Good. It surprises me. I don't think she's actually sincere in that, but You know, it could be sincere. I don't believe it though. I don't believe that she actually condemns it because she hates Israel.
Right.
And her previous comments on Israel tell that entire story. It's not.
Oh yeah, she's pretty much said.
I don't believe it. This is what I think of Ilhan Omar.
Liar. Yeah, because she's pretty much said that Israel needs to be wiped off the face of the earth. Basically.
Yes, she has.
Been in contact with the King of Jordan, spoken with members of Congress, directed my national security team to engage with their Israeli counterparts, military to military, intelligence to intelligence, diplomat to diplomat. Make sure Israel has what it needs. I've also directed my team to remain in constant contact with leaders throughout the region, including Egypt, Turkey, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Oman, the UAE, as well as our European partners and the Palestinian Authority.
True international effort to pressure.
On a human level. It's hurting innocent people. Seeing the lives that have been broken by this, the families torn apart, it's heartbreaking. And Jill and I are praying for those families who've been impacted by this violence. We grieve with those who've lost their loved ones, lost a piece of their soul.
There we go.
We have
Feel
hope
better
for
now.
recovery for many who've been wounded. But we're going to remain in close touch with Prime Minister. I personally am going to remain in close contact with Prime Minister Netanyahu.
After my
as
nap.
the situation continues to develop.
Prime Minister
The United States stands with the state of Israel. Just we had, the United States became the first nation
fucking Christ, man.
11 minutes after its founding 75 years ago. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, was there an intelligence failure in the lead up to
no questions. No questions. I've shit my pants. I cannot stay and answer any questions. I have pooped in my pants, and I must go get changed. Jill, prepare the baby powder.
Prepare the wipies.
Stupid.
I just, actually, you know what? The questions, Joe Biden walked off the stage like this.
You ruined it. You ruined it, and I'm leaving.
The new buttons are on point, right?
That's solid. That's solid.
And then Trump's just standing over there going,
I'm going to come.
So we'll be following the situation in Israel. I haven't seen any updates since I headed this way, but
so like, just my out of the box thoughts. Like, nothing seems like that doesn't seem like a good idea in any shape, form, or fashion. Like I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not up to the whole religious aspect of everything and whatnot. But even if you go back to that side of it, like don't fuck with Israel. Like, it doesn't end up well for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's biblically speaking, okay. God literally fucked up Egypt over Israel.
It's not an okay thing.
It tends to not go very well.
My money's on Israel.
My money is too, because Hamas is a bunch of 8th century goat herders. But much like the Taliban, right? They're 8th century goat herders. We should be able to solve this problem pretty simply. But nobody wants to do that. Now, in other news, coming back to domestic side of things, the House of Representatives is an absolute shit show this week.
I'm kind of here for it, though.
They ousted McCarthy with no real plan on who's going to be the speaker. And, so here's the deal, right? I align more closely with Republicans. That I make no secret of that. But when 97% of your caucus wants McCarthy to be the speaker, and 7 Republicans vote with every Democrat in the House to oust McCarthy, I kind of have a little bit of a problem with it. That's just me. Like, I don't see how that benefits anybody, because all you're doing is you're giving Democrats even more ammo to say, look what Republicans are doing instead of solving the problems for the people.
Yep.
That's exactly what this is. That's all it's going to turn into. They're just going to turn it into, look, Republicans suck at everything. They're making a complete mockery of the House of Representatives, why would you vote for them in 2024?
Probst should have ousted his arse a while ago. He betrayed his oath. And in my opinion, it should never put him in there.
So here's the thing. I don't disagree with the ousting. I disagree with the timing of it. I think that it's not the right time. Because at the end of the day, you've got a government shutdown looming in 45 days. You got bigger fish to fry right now. And say what you want to about Matt Gaetz. He's doing it out of principle because McCarthy didn't follow through on his promises. But at the end of the day, what the fuck do you expect to happen? You only control the House of Representatives, and I don't know what that is. You only control the House of Representatives, and that's literally it. Like, the rest of government is controlled by Democrats. Like 100%. You're not going to accomplish anything. It doesn't matter who the speaker is. You're not going to get what you want out of the government because you don't control both houses. Holy shit.
Smokes. Look who it is. Freaking cameraman.
Where has he been?
Cameraman, where the hell have you been?
Whew.
Probably outside of our doors.
Probably. You're probably right on that one.
Smokes.
Welcome back, cameraman. It's been a while.
Good to see you, man. I need to bring this up.
What is...
Can't download updates. I don't care. Don't need it.
Anywho. So yeah, it's a shit show. It is a literal shit show. But
taking pictures. Cameraman, can we have a password to the OnlyFans page?
Oh my God, no. Shut up.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Mick says run.
It's Mick, man. We got everybody here today.
Yeah, we got quite a few.
Now all we're missing is Christine, and there's a couple other ones. Big Booty. Oh yeah, we got a new one. Big Booty.
Big Booty's not here yet.
Big Booty's not here.
He normally shows up around halfway through.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
we got a new guy. We got a new guy now called Big Booty.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm assuming it's a guy.
Could be a guy. Could not be a guy. Who knows?
It's 2023. Did you just assume somebody's gender?
Anybody know what a woman actually is?
Somebody that can give birth.
Oh shit, we're gonna get canceled over that button because it says men.
Stupid.
Anywho,
so what really happens if the government shuts down? Anything other than showing the population that we don't need large government? I mean, that's pretty much what happened last time there was a significant government shutdown. It's pretty much everybody kind of was like, you know what, life is still going on. So really, what do we need other than government workers?
That's the thing, though. Government was never supposed to be big enough that if it shut down, it impacted anything other than defense. The military still has to go to work. The military still has to do their jobs. And
some people are like, well, they don't get paid. Yeah, they do get paid.
They're going to get paid, regardless of what anybody tells you. They're going to get paid. I mean, all it really means is that like some defense contractors are not going to get funding from the government for a little bit, but you know,
they'll get.
They're multi-billion-dollar companies. They're not going to hurt. So you know, anyway. But on the bright note, we're not going to run into the same bullshit that we ran into last time because Kevin McCarthy has said that he is not going to run.
Ryan Hastings.
I don't know who that is either. Welcome, Ryan.
Where do you hail from, and what are your political leanings?
You know, President Abraham Lincoln once said, "I'm an optimist because I don't see any other way." If you ever come to my office, you'll see the portraits of Lincoln and Reagan. And I firmly believe if Reagan gave us advice, he would say, if you believe your principles bring people greater freedom, you should be happy about it. I've always been excited that I've been a happy conservative. But I've always believed that I've been so fortunate to be an American. My journey to this office was something people wouldn't understand. I grew up in a town of Bakersfield, California, the son of a firefighter, the grandson of immigrants. Parents worked hard, the youngest in my family. Didn't have great wealth, and got out of high school, I didn't have great grades. Couldn't get a scholarship, went to community college. flipped cars to try to pay my way through it. Went to visit some buddies away in college for
Nobody
a weekend.
fucking
Stopped
cares.
at the
Hurry
grocery
up.
store to cash a check.
Get through
And
it.
the next semester, I took a break from school to finish my college degree. At that time, no one in my family had finished a 4-year degree.
Blah, 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 blah.
Being the 55th Speaker of the House. One of the greatest honors. I loved every minute. Being the 55th Speaker. I got elected to a seat I couldn't get an internship for. I ended up being the 55th Speaker of the House. One of the greatest honors. I loved every minute. And the one thing I will tell
doubt
you
that.
is, doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise. I don't regret my efforts to build coalitions and find solutions. I was raised to solve problems, not create them. So I may have lost a vote today, but as I walk out of this chamber, I feel fortunate to have served the American people. I leave the speakership with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and yes, optimism. From the day I entered politics, my mission has always been to make tomorrow better than today. I fought for what I believe in, and I believe in this country of America. My goals have not changed. My ability to fight is just in a different form. You need 218. Unfortunately, 4% of our conference can join all the Democrats and dictate who can be the Republican Speaker in this House. I don't think that...
So, unfortunately, he's not wrong, right? And that's the problem, is that he's not wrong here. But, while we've got you, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Click that bell icon. You'll always be notified when we go live, and then smash that like button.
Smash it.
It helps with the algorithm. If you want us to get to more people, you've got to give us a like, comment,
and we're slowly getting there.
We are slowly getting there. It is...
we have people showing up.
Here's the thing, though. The thing that makes me so proud of it is that it is pure organic growth. It's not we're shoving it down people's throats. It's not anything else. People are coming here on their own.
And I've noticed ever since kind of like this whole deal with Trump looking like shit. Basically all of our elected officials or electable officials look like shit, and people are like, you know what? I want to know what, and I want to know the way.
Yeah, and I mean, whether that's you guys that watch on a regular basis, sharing it with your friends or whatever, if you're doing that, we truly appreciate it. But you know, at the end of the day, we make no money from this.
If we do, it's not like it's a lot.
Well, we don't at all, unless you buy merch. And if you buy merch, it's still not much.
Yeah, we're not making anything from the show.
It may buy a new light, or it may, replace the camera if the camera is getting old and worn out. But we're doing this on our own dime.
Yep. Mostly Justin and Cody's dime.
To provide to provide relevant information to you guys. And we love doing it. So
yep. We quite enjoy this.
It
was all from a little grassroots dealio that me and Justin started 2 years ago.
All because we hate Joe Biden.
Yes.
Yep.
The government.
The government in general, but Joe Biden.
But Joe Biden was kind of like that camel that broke the haze back.
And we're closer to 3 years than we are 2.
Or wait, the camel that broke the needle's back. Yeah.
Yes, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Whatever.
Are you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of
like I said it backwards on purpose, but I wasn't sure exactly what.
I don't think you did.
Straw.
I think you fucked that up as bad as you fucked up your conspiracy corner.
Oof. Which we do not have tonight.
Oh, that's a double oof.
Oof.
Yeah, I kind of figured we wouldn't have one. That's why I loaded the show up so much.
Because I was in Madison today. So
yeah, and you spent all day playing Warhammer.
It was so good though.
Unbelievable. Anywho, so yeah, McCarthy's out. Jim Jordan is probably the front runner at the moment for the speakership, which is not a bad pick.
Is it just me though, or does the name Jim Jordan sound like a cult leader?
Kind of, mainly because Jim Jones.
Yeah.
We're not going to play that second one, but we are going to talk more about Putin doing Putin shit. because Putin just likes to be a fucking dickbag, apparently.
He likes to be a puta.
The successful test of a new generation of nuclear-powered cruise missile.
It's part of. Get him, Probst. Get him. Light his ass up.
Probst, I'm sorry, man. Look.
No, there is no look.
No, there's a legit reason. Like, I usually do my Conspiracy Corner stuff on Saturday evening before we get started. And
he waits until the last minute.
Well, I was hanging out with my brother today. I haven't actually hung out and did things with my brother in a long time. And the kids and the wife are away this weekend, so I spent some time with my brother, and we went and played Warhammer. And that was the first time I've ever played Warhammer, and it was really, really fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Glad you compromised the show to have some fun.
Dick.
One.
But I say I promise it'll be really good next week, but no, we're not having a show next week or the next week. So I promise
kicking me in the deck.
In 3 weeks.
Why does he keep kicking me in the deck?
I promise in 3 weeks it's gonna be a banger.
So you're gonna start working next weekend for Conspiracy Corner, and then the next weekend you're gonna polish it.
Here's the thing: we're not gonna have a show for the next 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. So he's got 2 weekends of polishing and figuring out what the fuck he's gonna talk about, so that it's not gonna be hold on.
And then when we get started, it's gonna be let me pull this up.
So on Google it says that no.
See,
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
It better be good.
So right now the plan is for it to be on the
Great Reset.
He's fucking already there.
The Great, but I forgot the name of the
Christ
group. It's the Great Reset and the World Economic Forum, and their links to like big businesses and how it's all interconnected.
Anyway.
A program unveiled in 2018 to develop intercontinental and hypersonic missiles. This is file video of the current Russian cruise missile. The latest version is known by NATO as the SCC-X9 Skyfall. Its nuclear propulsion allows for near unlimited range, and the low-flying stealth projectile could be capable of outmaneuvering missile defense systems. Here's President Putin speaking on Thursday in Sochi.
This is the scary part.
I want to assure everyone that at the moment, the response from Russia to a nuclear strike on its territory is absolutely unacceptable for any potential aggressor. Because from the moment the enemy missile launch is detected, no matter where it comes from any point in the world's oceans or from any territory, in a retaliatory counterstrike, so many hundreds of our missiles will appear in the air that not a single enemy will have a chance of survival in several directions at once.
Jill,
Yeah. That Putin doing Putin shit. Making mostly empty threats, but
still threats.
Yeah.
They're still threats. And as such, they should be taken seriously. Because at the end of the day, if somebody in Ukraine gets a wild hair up their ass and manages to somehow get a nuclear weapon, or if some geriatric old fool that is the geriatric in chief of the United States decides to I don't know, do something stupid, which, you know, let's be honest, he does do that quite a bit. We know what Russia's going to try to do. Unfortunately for them, our weapons are better than theirs. So,
by the way, you want to talk about nose breathing? Cody's got the hard nose breathing going on.
This is awkward, but it was...
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
At the end of the day, everything Putin says can be kind of taken with a grain of salt, because, I mean, he's been talking about nuclear strikes for years now, and he's still...
I mean, I think
unfortunately, so can Biden's, though.
Correct. So that's the point.
Come on, which I mean, I think the day is going to come eventually. It's just when. It's not if, but when.
It's more of a win now than if, and I agree with that. But it's still not good.
No.
Right. So
just hope I'm close to home that day.
I don't.
Why?
For me, because I live so close to the Arsenal.
Oh yeah. No, I hope y'all are all like here.
Yeah, that would be ideal. But
on the lake, retrieving all of your.
We're kind of all over the place,
things.
whether it's global or domestic. We're coming back to the domestic side again because apparently senators don't have to reside in the state that they're representing anymore. Because, last week we talked about the authoritarian dickbag that died, Dianne Feinstein, which, condolences to her family, but good riddance to the American people. She died, and now Gavin Newsom has appointed LaFonza Butler, who is a Maryland resident, to her seat. Yeah.
How is that legal?
Well, so here's the thing, right? It's not. Shocker, right? But it's not. Jesus Christ. So we are going to go to ye olde Constitution of the United States. Because Article 1, Section 3, Clause 3, no person shall be a senator who shall not have attained the age of 30 years and been 9 years a citizen of the United States, and who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of the state, of that state for which he shall be chosen. So, if you're not a resident of that state from which you're chosen, you're not supposed to be a senator for that state. That's what that says. So,
see you, probes. Be safe out there.
How exactly does one become a senator for a state in which they do not reside? That's a great question for Gavin Newsom, because I'm not sure. At the end of the day, I don't fucking know how it happened. What I do know is that it's a diversity hire, which I think is bullshit, because LaFonza Butler, if you don't know, is a black lesbian woman. Which,
checking all the boxes.
Honestly, I don't know why you call her a woman, because you're assuming her gender, and that is not okay. I'm sorry, it's not okay.
FBI, open up!
Yeah. So there's that, but here she is being sworn in as California's new senator, even though she's a resident of Maryland. So that's fun.
If the senator designate will now present herself at
First of all, I fucking hate Kamala Harris.
the desk, the chair will administer the oath of office.
That's her on the right?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's why y'all keep me here.
Yeah. I don't have anything for that.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Or say, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all...
First off, what the fuck is fucking Gollum doing over there?
But what, isn't someone supposed to be holding the Bible for her to place her hand on?
Yes, they are.
So is this even legit?
Well, she doesn't live in California, so it's not legit to begin with. But probably not. I don't know.
Enemies, foreign and domestic. That you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which you are about to enter, so help you God.
I will.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Notice she didn't say, I do. as in I do swear. She said, I will.
Loophole.
It's weird.
Kind of seems like nothing that was supposed to be done was done.
Just like you said, what is Gollum doing back there?
Yeah. First off, Gollum, go sit the fuck back down, you.
And we're not talking about the guy on the left. We're talking about what's his face over there?
Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer is a piece of shit.
Oh, shitty Schumer.
Oh, God. Anyway. Yes, clap. Clap, you fools.
Stupid.
All right, so I'm going to be my normal, just random bullshit commentary here. So, y'all both have kids. I'm sure at some point y'all have seen Zootopia, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you know the sloth at the DMV?
Yes.
So it wasn't either one of them, but if you go back to that video...
Chuck Schumer looked like him.
No.
Chuck Schumer looks like Gollum with hair.
No.
If the senator designate
Let's go forward a
will
little
now
while.
present herself at the desk.
It's towards the end. It's the lady right
Do you
there.
solemnly-
I swear to God. Oh,
That lady?
Yeah. You'll get her face in just a second.
Kinda.
Like when they're doing the swearing in, she's just like,
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Or say, do you solemnly swear that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic?
I'm
that you will
curious
bear
now.
true faith and allegiance to the same, that you take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Right there. Just kind of the way she's sitting, she's like,
and in a minute, she just kind of like looks over. It's like real slow and cryptic.
that's you called it.
Oh my God. Well, and with that, it's time for Clown at a Podium. Straight into it. Okay. If you didn't know, border walls don't work. Okay. That's all you need to know about this clip. Border walls don't work. Joe. Hey. That wall works.
This wall works.
I couldn't get through that wall if I wanted to.
I mean, maybe if you wanted to.
It takes some doing.
It takes some doing.
But
I don't know if you'd feel like doing the do, but it would take some doing.
But border walls don't work, okay? Just remember that.
Ineffective. Why is the Homeland Security Secretary saying that it's necessary to prevent unlawful entries into the United States?
I have not seen that full statement. I know. I hear you. I'm just saying I've not seen that full.
Hold on. Why is the secretary saying that it's necessary? I haven't seen that. It's in the notice. I haven't seen that.
Then you're not doing your job?
You're not doing your job, and that's why we hate you.
His full statement on that. What I can speak to is for the president. The president's been very clear that he doesn't believe it's effective. He answered that question of your colleague. That's what I can speak to. That's what we're going to talk about. And we've actually said there are smarter ways and more effective ways in dealing with this.
No, they're not. That's why we hate you.
One of the reasons.
It's one of the many reasons. Now, you'll find that most of these are about the border wall, which we will cover.
Oh, do you know that
shortly?
Since walls don't work, that's the reason why all the ancient
civilizations built giant walls.
Yeah, they didn't work.
Because they didn't work. Yeah, including the Great Wall of China.
Like
they literally built a gigantic wall to keep their enemies out.
You mean the giants?
Their enemies.
The giants.
Their enemies.
That
giant. Could include giants or other people. Anyway.
Wasn't it giants in that movie?
But
Stupid. Wasn't it giants in that movie?
I don't know what we were talking about.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Or something. It was like monsters or something.
I'm kind of retarded.
They built it to keep out Godzilla, man.
No, that's Japan. Godzilla's Japan.
They're both
okay?
stupid.
Okay, first off.
Bullshit.
They're both Asian.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Listen, man, I'm going to need you to get your Chino-Sino relations together.
China-Sino relations?
Fail. It's a fail.
There was just
smell like failure.
There's so many buttons there.
You think? Why we have them. Okay, but anyway, on to the next one. We've got the deuce.
Thank you, Kareem. Thank you, Kareem. As a candidate, President Biden didn't say there will not be another foot of wall constructed that except what was appropriated in 2019. He said there will not be another foot of wall constructed in my administration. So something changed. What?
You want us to break down? Is that what you want? You want us to not comply with the law?
I'm not.
I'm
but
asking you want,
about
but you
it,
want
he
us
was
to not comply
declarative.
with the law. You want us to not be in administrations that follow the
You
rule
guys
of law.
do this all the time.
you don't,
The student
so-
loans.
Pause it real quick.
The student.
She has given him some serious. Oh, we're doing it later, baby.
No, she's not. But anyway,
I think
let's
her,
see.
I think she likes her. Some
Let's see. The
Deuce.
Deuce is about to list a couple of things, but I'm gonna list some stuff too. Illegal student loan forgiveness, illegal vaccine mandates, illegal coercion of social media companies to take down posts that you don't like, illegal
money laundering.
everything. I mean, literally everything. So, I you know what's the deal here? What's going on? Also, why is somebody at my front door? Hold on. Who is that?
Looks like food delivery.
Yeah, probably is. Anywho, so yeah. I find it hard to believe that you're an administration that cares about the rule of law, so to speak.
Loan forgiveness program. You went to court to fight for that. If this is such a problem, building 20 miles of wall, why not just go to court?
We went to Congress. The Congress appropriates the funding.
Why not
Congress,
fight them more?
Congress.
Oh wait, so now Congress has the power of the purse.
Weren't they just saying that they didn't?
They were trying to, illegally sidestep the power of the purse by forgiving student loans, right? Isn't that what they were trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Congress appropriates the funding. We asked them to not use that funding for that particular purpose.
You refused
They
to
denied.
use... No. You didn't ask them to appropriate it for a different purpose. You refused to use it for that purpose because you believe that illegal aliens should be able to flood into this country.
And now we're complying with the law.
If you have to build a border wall, but you don't think that it's going to work, then once it's done, are you just going to tear it down?
I'm not getting into hypotheticals from here. I'm just telling you what I can tell you from here. The facts are that DHS is complying with the law.
Also, something
this is
I
from
find
fiscal year. This was under fiscal year 2019 under
interesting.
Republican leadership, and DHS is required to do this. The president asked multiple times of Congress to reappropriate. They did not, and we're not complying by the law. Thanks, everybody.
Because the will of the people is that the wall be built. So,
Okay, so
fuck off.
one thing I find interesting, those are like, we're going to follow the law. Okay, what about all these acts that you're sidestepping and putting on hold
I understand you're saying that the
in order to build this wall? Like, we're talking clean water acts.
Hey, first off, shut your fucking mouth. Second off,
FBI, open up!
you're not allowed to think like that. You're not allowed to be a free thinker in this country, Joe. Or we'll label you a MAGA extremist.
You know what, baby? I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what right now. Roll Tide. Let's go, Brandon. Haven't been this proud of you in a while.
What?
I don't know. Just feel like I'm just feel like
I'm gonna come.
That was flawless.
in danger.
I'm in danger. That's one we need.
And we need a. Where's my lip?
When's that big old mustard paper boy gonna come see me again? Wondering when it's gonna bring me some good news.
No, the one we need is where he's going. Listen here, you little son of a bitch.
Listen here, you pickly son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so more along the same lines of what we've been seeing from the clan at the podium.
I understand you're saying that DHS is complying with the law. But to do so, the president is not keeping his promises or his commitments.
I'm sorry. Pause it. Since when does I don't know which one, either Key or Pale? Since when is he a reporter?
That's Peel, but
whatever. When is he a damn reporter?
That's not him, but it do look like him. You're not wrong.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
immigrant community to environmentalists.
You know what?
I understand you're saying that DHS is complying with the law. But to do so, the president is not keeping his promises or his commitments to the immigrant community, to environmentalists, because he's waiving environmental laws to build this wall. Is there any concern that he's not keeping his promises?
The president is always working to keep his campaign promises. You've seen that.
Well, he's clearly not this time.
Policies and issues that he's worked on. He's complying by the law. He's following.
That's weird.
Believe in
because he
following
really
the rule of
doesn't
law.
do that very often.
And that's what he's doing here. It is as simple as that.
Is he concerned about this border issue? Because it does look like he's backtracking on a promise.
He's been very clear.
Holy fucking
he
shit!
Even took the step to ask.
I told you.
And now we just see shit.
I can't unsee it now.
That's Pill Cube for you. I killed him. I killed Joe. Yes!
It looks like Ice Cube meets Peel.
Oh, Pill Cube.
Pill Cube. Oh.
This guy on the far left is confused as fuck what's going on right now.
He's about to be like, hold up. My 7 white boys.
Wait
a few moments later.
Still doing the same shit. Still laughing about the fact that this motherfucker looks like Peel.
Ooh wee. That's good right there.
Holy shit.
On a promise.
He's been very clear. He even took the step to ask Congress to reappropriate the funds. That's how much he did not want these appropriated funding to be used, right? And so they wouldn't do it. He took that step. They wouldn't do it. Now DHS is complying by the law. We're following the law here. It's as simple as that. We are following the law.
It's okay. We got to notice that somebody was at your door. What did you order? Did you order the sesame chicken? Or did you order
the pizza?
The pizza.
Pizza.
Now, before we get into this one, Karine Jean-Pierre at this point in the press conference has to be going,
He keeps kicking me in the deck.
Oh, she got the pizza.
Why does he keep kicking me in the deck?
because this entire segment is literally just about the border wall. I don't think I put anything else in there because they just ran a train on her about why Biden is building the border wall when he said he was not going to build the border wall.
The next thing you know, instead of Cloud at the podium, it's going to be who the daddy.
And the whole time, again, Donald Trump's just standing over there going,
I'm going to come.
2 questions on the border wall. First, just to clarify, the White House says that it's doing this only because it has to, no other reason, like a surge in border crossings or pressure from...
Fucking Orlando Bloom, and they're like...
Did you see his eyes? Did you see his eyes? Orlando Bloom.
This is why we can't fucking have nice things. You can't stay focused for more than 2 seconds on the actual topic at hand.
The dudes, I can't help but look, I'm ADD. I'm pretty sure I do.
I'm pretty sure you don't. I'm pretty sure you just got a touch of the tisms.
Scroll back.
First off, who the fuck let Bill Cosby himself in that room?
I said the wrong guy. Fuck, I said the wrong name.
What's this guy's eyes? On the border wall. First, just to clarify, the White House says that it's doing this only because it has to, no other reason, like a surge in border crossings or
It was
pressure
at this
from
moment that
other
he knew.
Democratic leaders?
He fucked up.
DHS was required to use this funds for their appropriate purposes to comply with the law. That's what they were.
Orlando
required
Jones,
to
I'm
do.
sorry. I said
And
the
we're
wrong
gonna continue
name.
to call on Congress to take action, to work with us on dealing with border security, to make sure that we find smart ways and more effective ways to deal with the border. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we're going to continue to work on. We've done that as recently as this past August. We've asked for $4 billion in supplemental funding to deal with the border. And
that's why we can't
need
have nice
Congress
things,
here.
guys.
We need Congress to work with us on dealing with the issue that's happening at the border.
No, you need to build the border wall like what you're doing. Like, just take the win, okay? Just fucking take the win. Like, you're doing what the American people wanted you to do when they elected Donald Trump. They wanted the government to build a fucking wall. You're building a fucking wall. Take the win. It's easy. It's literally the easiest fucking win you're ever going to get. And this is why we hate you. You won't take the fucking win. Whoop. We hit 2 buttons instead of 1, and it was not a good
You
time.
have 1 job.
Hey, fuck off. I've got 2 jobs right now, bitch. Oh, Joe.
Oh. Oh, that's good right there.
Thanks, Cody.
That's some good stuff.
Thanks for pulling that up for us.
We got Peel and Orlando Jones.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anywho. Now,
Orlando Jones back.
Even Democrats are tired of the situation at the border because Democrat cities are being overrun by all of this shit. Right? So, New York Governor Kathy Hochul said that the border was too open. And you know what? She ain't wrong.
Thank you. 2 questions on the border, if I can. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says the border is too open
They're
right
both
now.
in there.
Does the president think that the border is too open?
So here's what I will say. The president, on his own, without the help of Republicans in Congress, let's not forget, he put forward a comprehensive piece of legislation to deal with immigration reform. Remember, this immigration system has been broken for decades, and it's been 3 years.
Yes, because of Democrats.
It's been almost 3 years since he put forth that piece of legislation. And 3 things. There are 3 things that he has moved forward in when it comes to his plan and looking at the border. There's enforcement, and so we've deployed additional troops and federal agents to the border and removed or returned more than 250,000 individuals since May 12th alone. That's what we've been able to do without the help of Republicans.
Well, this is awkward.
And deterrence, we've had the largest expansion, certainly of a pathway is in decades, and we've made clear that
pathways to what?
Pathways.
What pathways?
To pathways.
Could you? Yes, thank you. Could you please elaborate on what pathways you were referring to? Because I'm kind of confused.
Pathways.
Great White Buffalo. Great White Buffalo. Why do you guys keep saying Great White Buffalo? Great White Buffalo.
I fucking love that movie.
I haven't seen that in so long. Great White Buffalo.
attempting to cross the border unlawfully will result in prompt removal,
No,
a
it
5-year
won't.
ban on reentry and potential
No,
criminal
it doesn't.
prosecution. And let's not forget the diplomacy that we have done with the region, including Mexico, to deal with this issue, because it's not. This is a regional issue that
No,
we're
it's a
seeing
United
as
States
it
issue.
as it relates to
So build the fucking
as it
wall
relates
issue.
to unlawful migration.
The president looks at what's happening at the border. He sees a border that is effectively closed.
What I'm saying is that the president, without the help of Republicans.
This is audio of Karine Jean-Pierre as well.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
And that's why we hate her. Because she's about to say, without the help of Republicans, he's done this, that, and the other. Okay, first off, no. He's done nothing. He's literally done nothing of any merit at all. So there's that. But on that note, we're going to take like a 5-minute break because I got to pee real bad.
I knew you'd get up.
We're going to go to, you know what? I'm just going to, I'm going to, It was. Let's see.
We'll be right back.
That's exactly what I was about to put.
Malik, you come right in time for the break. We're going to be right back. Justin needs to take a pee break. Don't go nowhere.
Don't you leave, fools.
I like the don't go nowhere.
Oh, I got a better one. Transform. There we go.
Good enough.
Good enough.
We'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
Goodbye.
We'll be right back. All right, sorry about that.
And we're back.
When nature calls, you must heed the call.
Heed the call.
And also, if you're just now getting here and you haven't yet, give us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment, smash the bell icon. You'll always be notified when we go live. It is a live show Saturdays around 8 o'clock.
All we need is 2 more subscribers to hit 80.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Right.
So please subscribe.
Subscribe.
Ranger.
Search your feelings.
I'm talking to you.
It to be true.
So by the way, I know him. I didn't realize that was him, but I found out that was him.
Okay. Well, sweet. Welcome, Ryan.
Ranger.
If you talk to Cody,
God have mercy on your soul.
I'm sorry.
If he was real.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cody's just over there going,
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
Yeah.
Why?
Most days.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Mainly.
Yep.
Glad Lonnie's not.
Malik, those are just for you because I know you enjoyed the Team 4-star Vegetas.
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
I am the hype!
You got a button about me.
I know.
I'm happy about this.
A few moments later.
Anyway, it's time for This Week on X.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying the way that we're kind of swapping things up a little bit because we've still got more to talk about. Also, updated this slide a little bit. You don't have to read it; it doesn't matter. It's not that important. I just did update it. I made the Elon and the screaming face bird a little bit bigger.
Gotcha.
So, and then I added 2
I'm
tweets.
liking Edel T and Beetlejuice over there. That's making me happy.
Oh yeah, and
that one's
Lori
always been
Lightfoot.
there. Oh, I thought that one's always been there.
It has always been there.
I've never noticed it till right now.
Beetlejuice, E.T., and their illegitimate love child, Lori Lightfoot. Anywho, on to the first tweet. Adam Kinzinger, the crybaby bitch of Congress, who, rather than running because he was going to get dragged, decided to not and just comment on people. Posted a picture of Matt Gaetz and said he actually looks like a villain.
Granted, Matt Gaetz actually does kind of look like he'd play like
okay,
a
first off,
villain.
yes, he's not wrong. But
looks like he should be a villain on
of course,
Incredibles.
Me being me. And you actually look like a bitch. People living in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And then the Dank Knight, my hero for this particular thread. I'd rather look like a villain than a toddler. Post picture of Adam Kinzinger crying over January 6th. What are you looking for? What are you doing?
Where is the oof?
Oof. Yeah. So, there's that. Oh, and this is a good one. And we've still got to talk about this too, because we didn't talk about it last week and we should have, but we didn't. So, forgive me, but we will this time. You notice how I've got the screaming faces screaming the tweets down?
Mm-hmm.
And Elon just down there like, ooh. Anyway, Congressman Jamal Bowman, I just became aware that in our messaging guidance, there was an inappropriate use of the term Nazi without my consent. I condemn the use of the term Nazi out of its precise definition. It's important to specify the term Nazi refer to members of the Nazi Party and neo-Nazis. Michael Knowles of the Daily Wire comes back and says, was it also accidental, non-consensual use of the term when you called me a Nazi back in March? Do you condemn that use of the term too? And posts a screenshot of the tweet where he says, and I quote, Michael Knowles is a Nazi, hell-bent on keeping only white men alive and in power. We cannot allow him and others to push their evil agenda, and we must stand up for the transgender rights. Oof. Michael Knowles,
I will send you to Jesus.
Said that to Jamal Bowman. Ooh, and the Democrats. Unemployment has been under 4% for 19 months in a row. Bidenomics is working for the American people. That must be why I'm poorer now than I was under Trump.
And yet working more.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm broke as shit all the time now.
Interesting.
This picture almost looks AI generated.
It does.
Probably is.
And then Daddy Musk.
Oh,
when it's
funny.
been 5 minutes and you haven't asked for $1 billion in aid. Classic meme. Classic meme. Giggles. Coming in hot. Assault weapons are weapons of war that were designed to kill a lot of people quickly. They have no place on the streets of civil society. It's time to renew the ban on assault weapons. And then Alex, on this thread, comments, Remove the Second Amendment entirely. Me and the boys will go door to door confiscating. Buffalo guy Ron, they finna drag you. Dr. Simon Goddick. I actually really like this guy because he says, hey, at David Levitt, I'm still confused. Could you please explain your statements without wildly insulting me or my followers as you did last time? With images of tweets that say, enough is enough. Make vaccines mandatory. And then, the only person who should have control over your personal medical decisions is you, not politicians. You. So...
Which one is it?
Is it that you think that you have control over your body, or do you believe that vaccines should be mandatory? Now, I know what he's doing here because he's talking about abortion in one and the clot shot in the other. But, yeah, medical decisions are medical decisions, and,
yep.
Fuck off.
Eat a dick.
Thank you, Joe. Reddit lies. I really enjoy Reddit lies. If you don't support an endless war, you hate democracy. So,
I'm assuming this is meant to be kind of like tongue in cheek. Like,
well,
fun, you know, like
if you would just wait and let me read the thing, you would know. The Western far right is funded heavily by Russian money. They don't want their checks to start bouncing. And then a reply was, this is part of the reason, but not all of it. Another part is the fact that Republicans are fascist bigots who hate democracy, and so Russia is their ideological ally. American democracy does not represent Republican values, and Ukrainian democracy certainly doesn't either, but Russian fascism and bigotry most definitely does. Somebody drank the Kool-Aid.
I feel like somebody just don't know shit about shit.
Correct. Another one from Daddy Musk. Guys, women are so emotional. And then guys at 2 a.m. losing on a video game. Exactly. The White House. I think Joe Biden got a hold of this account somehow. And I don't like it. Guess what? It also grows the economy, benefits everybody, hurts nobody. This in response to a tweet from Axios. The Biden administration announced another $9 billion in student loan forgiveness through its debt relief programs, bringing the total forgiveness to $127 billion for about 3.6 million borrowers. Okay, again, student loan forgiveness that is baked into the cake in the system that wasn't working properly is not forgiveness on the grounds of forgiveness. It's forgiveness based on the fact that you've been paying your student loan for 20 years. Get fucked. Oh, God. I'm just going to preface this one with, I did not kill myself. Okay?
Oh.
I didn't kill myself.
I'm not suicidal.
I am not suicidal. I did not kill myself. Hillary Clinton, Bidenomics is good for workers, and it's good for the middle class, and it's good for America. So, she had retweeted President Biden saying, September was another good month for American workers with 336,000 jobs created and inflation coming down. That's nearly 14 million jobs, including whatever. Cuts the rest of it off. First off, you can add jobs all you want. Labor participation did not go up, which means it's bad. That means people are working more than one job to make ends meet, which means Bidenomics isn't working at all. Also, I still want my fucking royalty check, you dicks. Matt Gaetz, I did not kill myself. I had to put them back to back. There was no way to not put them back to back because
it's funny, man.
He's retweeting the National Pulse. Uniparty mad. Hillary Clinton demands backlash against Gaetz.
You know, and it's funny because he's like, he's a representative in Congress, right?
Yeah.
And he's saying, I did not kill myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, oh, geez.
Yeah. And then the dumbest among us, well, pulling a Jamal Bowman. Mark Ruffalo, a.k.a. the Incredible Hulk, says, folks, it's time to pull the fire alarm, like Jamal Bowman did. We're in real trouble. This isn't just the seasons changing. New York's old rainfall record stood for 150 years until 2021 and has now been broken 3 times. Hot air holds more water vapor than cold. Flooding follows fossil fuel combustion. Blah, 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 blah. Climate change policy is a hoax. They do not care about the climate. They are all old and decrepit and will be dead long before the climate is a problem. Not only that, but if you drop the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere below 0.2%, plants will die.
Yes.
And then we're fucked.
Okay, so I feel that there is something going on with the climate because there's something weird going on, but
again,
I don't think it's something
This isn't a conversation for This Week on X. That's been This Week on X. You may continue now.
I don't think that... Okay, so we got to meet this middle line here. Like, we got this side that says no such thing as climate change, global warming. It's like it's all just a farce. You got this other side that's like the world is going to melt tomorrow. I'm the guy in the middle. I'm the guy in the middle that's saying, something's happening. But why...
We're both the guy in the middle, right? Something's happening, but I disagree with how much human activity has impacted it.
Well, I'm the guy looking at it like this. Why did we go from plastic straws and paper wrappers to paper straws and plastic wrappers and call it fixing the climate?
That's what Democrats do every time you make that point.
I have this whole ass other thought process here. So if we humans are fucking the universe, or our planet rather, with fucking emissions and shit, and that's what's causing the ice caps to melt, then how the fuck did the ice age end and all the shit melt? Anyways, because there were no fucking combustible engines.
Cody, that's called the Milankovitch cycles.
No. It's because of ancient
aliens.
God damn it.
And we're not going to Joe's Conspiracy Corner because he doesn't have one.
Damn it.
It's because of ancient civilization.
Hey, Mick says fossil fuels into the Ice Age. Duh. Okay, fuck you, Cody.
Hey, Mick, fuck off.
No, you be nice to Mick.
I tell everybody to fuck off.
That's true. You do. Anyway.
It's nothing against you, Mick. You're just a person at this point.
He would probably even tell his mama that if he knew she wouldn't beat the shit out of him.
She would slap the fuck out of him.
Yeah, she would. Denise don't play no fucking games.
And then when he came here, we'd all slap him because Denise went on mamas.
That would be just like me telling that to my mom.
No,
my mom
that's a bad day for
my mom
everybody.
would shoot me first off.
And then we would all shoot you.
What the fuck? What just happened?
Did you eat the whole gummy?
Cody ate like 6 gummies or something. I don't know, man.
Never eat the whole one. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, dude. What the what?
That's why
his microphone moved and he started screaming.
So
Cody turned into a screaming goat out of nowhere.
I was trying to move the microphone closer, and I used the fucking microphone itself
don't do that.
to fucking do
Use the stand.
No shit.
I mean, ours are like securely attached.
Kind of. I mean, Joe dropped his a minute ago.
Well, it's because these don't stay tight enough. Yeah, that's what Joe did. If you'll tighten this down real tight.
The hell, and I accidentally closed out of all my shit.
God
bless
you know
America.
What? You know what, Kate? I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face. Glad I could make you laugh. I mean, I made these guys laugh too, so they just laughed and made fun of me, but that's normal.
Anyway, my microphone wire got out of place over there. So now that we're through at the podium in This Week on X, we're going to talk about the fact that Democrats don't want illegal immigrants to have sanctuary cities in their towns anymore. I'm confused because I thought they did. But
well, see, now that they're actually the immigrants are actually going to Democrat-run cities.
Now that they're suffering the consequences of their shitty decision-making ability, They don't like it very much. So
I got you.
this is the new mayor of Chicago, who looks like I don't know what he looks like. I had something and then it left
What's
me.
the guy with the weird eye?
Forrest Whitaker.
He looks like Forrest Whitaker pre weird eye.
He looks like a young Forrest Whitaker with hair.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
It looks if Forrest Whitaker had the goat.
Yeah.
Pulling people across the city along racial lines on whether Chicago should continue being a sanctuary city. Majority of voters said no. And the highest among those were among Latinos and blacks. And one of the reasons why is because of resources.
Sign language interpreters crack me up.
Me too. Big titties. Ooh, put it in the butt.
Thank you for the question. This is not about votes. This is the problem here. If people think that my job is solely based on how I can get the next vote, we'll get to that in the next 3 years. But I got you. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure that I don't want people to believe that the political decisions that the right wing in this country is making is going to force me to make a decision that will go against our values because I'm thinking about votes. Here's what I'm most concerned about. Our constituents and residents of the city of Chicago. I got it.
First off, you dipshit. She literally said polling across racial lines in your city don't think that Chicago should be a sanctuary city. The question wasn't about votes. The question was, why are you a sanctuary city when your citizens don't want you to be a sanctuary city?
You know what that sounds like? Guilty conscience.
Yeah, it sure fucking does.
My bigger concern is the fact that we have an alt-right movement, not just in this country, but around the globe, that continues to disrupt black and brown economies.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck does that have to do with this at all?
But my thing is like, I want to see some proof of this shit. They keep talking about it. And I want to know, first of all, I want to know who actually is like, you know what? I'm about done with this black and brown economy bullshit. We got to put an end to this.
Well, that's neo-Nazis, but...
but I'm talking about normal, everyday people.
Neo-Nazis don't go to black and brown shops and shop.
Exactly.
Okay? Because they're racist.
Right.
And if they know that you're black or brown, they're not going to shop at your shop.
And they probably still do if they don't know who the owner is.
Yeah, exactly.
So, man.
Maybe just fuck off.
Can I just offer up some context real quick? There are leaders in many of these countries that come from the same movement and struggle that Jesse and I and Carlos come from. People should look at the story of Her Excellency, the first black vice president in Colombia, who was not that much different than Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor, who was pushing back against the government when they were coming into villages of which mostly black Afro-Colombians lived in, disrupting their local economy, causing them to lead movements to...
First off.
Stupid.
Second off.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Why is he using...
I'm kind of retarded.
Colombia as an example?
This has nothing to do with the question. Okay, this is the problem with Democrats. They try to make everything about race and everything about white supremacy and everything about everything except what the issue really is. The issue in this question is your people do not want your city to be a sanctuary city. What are you going to do about it? His answer is right-wing extremists and disenfranchisement of black people and other nations and
some about Colombia.
Right, and Colombia and no, answer the fucking question. Just answer the question. What are you going to do about the fact that you have an illegal immigrant problem because you're a sanctuary city? Nobody fucking cares about any of that shit that you're talking about. Nobody. Literally nobody. And if you believe any of the shit that he just spewed, you're part of the problem. Because statistically speaking, it's not true.
In the words of, what's that white rapper guy?
You're going to have to be more specific.
About politics stuff.
Tom McDonald.
In the words of Tom McDonald, we're all ashamed of you too.
Yeah.
Actually ultimately transformed this government. And then when they got into power, the very forces that they fought are now mad at them and destabilizing their economies to force this massive population shift. And so this is about elevating the consciousness of the entire globe.
No, it's not. It is about the fact that you're a fucking sanctuary city.
Why are you worried about the rest of the globe? You've got enough shit to deal with.
Worry
in
about Chicago. Worry about the gun violence in Chicago that your gun laws did nothing to stop. How about that? I don't know. Maybe worry about the illegal cartel members that are probably in your city. Maybe worry about things that actually pertain to Chicago. But I put this in here just to prove a point. Democrats don't fucking care about what their people are concerned with. They only concern themselves with things that make them look good to the larger Democrat agenda. Okay, that's all they care about. They're only worried about getting canceled and getting clout. Okay, they're not worried about you. They're not worried about what you're doing. They're not worried about what anybody thinks except for the Democrat Party as a whole. Not only that, but he's up there preaching a bunch of fucking left-leaning white lady bullshit. Okay? Answer the goddamn question. It is not hard to answer the question that you were asked. This is why you people fucking suck. Okay? Republicans do the same fucking shit, and I'll call them out for it too. But this happens more often with Democrats than it does anybody else. And the fact of the matter is they don't care what you're saying. They care about what you fucking do.
You're on fire. Preaching it.
You cannot sit here and tell me that anything that this man said has anything to do with the fucking question he was asked. Okay? Not one fucking word of it had anything to do with it. Meanwhile, you've got fucking dumbasses like Hillary Clinton up here saying that MAGA needs a formal deprogramming. Which I forgot to put this in the show notes, but I'm pulling it up now.
You need some water?
No.
No!
So when you look at how to go forward for the country, as you say, is there any area of coalition building that could happen? There are pragmatic Republicans, as you say. Could there be a whole new way of trying to, get legislation going and cross-party governance going by Democrats and certain Republicans forming a coalition?
Here we go.
You saw the number of Republicans who voted along with Democrats to keep the government open. So there's clearly a common sense, sane part of the Republican caucus in the House. But I think they are intimidated. They oftentimes, say and do things which they know better than to say or do. And it will require us defeating those most extreme measures and the people who promote them in order to try to get to some common ground where people can, again, work together. That's the way it used to be. I mean, we had very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists,
I really hate that phrase.
I can't even formulate what I want to say.
take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
Cult members. So now, if you're a Donald Trump supporter, you're a cult member.
Not only that, but formal deprogramming.
What is? Doesn't that sound like
rounding people up and putting them in internment camps?
Yeah. Weird, because it's the Democrats saying this, not the Republicans.
It's funny how the Democrats are the ones that are like, we need to control what you're thinking.
See, here's the thing. Okay, I dislike Republicans. I do.
But they aren't saying this shit.
But they don't say things like this. And this is why I dislike Democrats way more. Okay? At the end of the day, this bitch literally just said there needs to be a formal deprogramming of cult members, of MAGA cult members. Okay? First off, shut the fuck up. Your COVID cult bullshit was enough. Okay? You want to tell us that we were in a cult? You were the ones sitting up there saying if you don't get your vaccine that is untested and unproven and probably is going to kill you later, that you're killing grandma and that you're the problem in this country. That was a cult. Okay? Now, there are those hardcore Donald Trump supporters that I would agree. Yeah, they probably need a little bit of help. But, much like the left, the right, the dumbest among the right are the loudest as well. Okay? We should not be giving the idiots in our society this much traction, ever. Okay? We definitely shouldn't be giving this bitch who deleted 33,000 emails from a private server that had classified government information on it that was more likely than not accessed by foreign entities the time of day. Okay? This bitch shouldn't be on TV. Nobody should care what she thinks. This is why Donald Trump shouldn't be getting prosecuted for classified documents, because as president, he had the right to have those documents to begin with. He had the right to take them wherever he wanted because he could declassify them if he wanted to. Does the classified documents case look bad for Donald Trump? Yes. Should they be prosecuting him based on the precedent that they set for Hillary Clinton? No, they shouldn't. This is why people think that there is a two-tier justice system, okay? Not only that, but you've got a fucking judge in New York claiming that Mar-a-Lago is only worth like $18 million. It's 18 acres of beach-to-beach property, okay? The stuff around it is valued at least $150 million. You're going to sit there and tell me that Mar-a-Lago is only worth $18 million when smaller plots of land around it are worth over $100 million? No, I'm sorry. The fraud case in New York is a complete sham, just like every other case except for the classified documents case. The classified documents case is the only one that has any precedent at all for which they could prosecute him. Okay? At the end of the day, all these other cases, the election interference cases and the fucking civil suits that people are bringing against him for raping them when they can't even remember what the inside of the store fucking looked like 20 years ago, when the statute of limitations has expired on 80% of one of the cases. You can't sit there and tell me that there's not a two-tier justice system while Hunter Biden is walking around like a free fucking man, when there's concrete proof that he's a known drug user, a known gun criminal, a known... I just blanked on the word.
You were on fire.
I'm tired of it, man. Like, all of this is bullshit. Every single bit of all of this is bullshit, and it's coming from both sides, okay? I'm sorry. Hunter Biden may be a criminal. Oh, known prostitution partaker.
Right.
Potentially participated in sex trafficking. Hunter Biden's influence peddling should be investigated to see if the influence peddling led to illegal activity by Joe Biden. And I'll be the first to say it. If Joe Biden didn't actually, if there's no concrete proof that says Joe Biden did anything wrong, then you can't impeach him. Okay? I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. You can't impeach him over nothing like they did Donald Trump. But guess what? The fucking precedent has been set. We'll impeach you no matter what the problem is, no matter what the evidence is, no matter what any of it is, because we don't like you. That's exactly what they did to Donald Trump. They did it to him twice. It's coming for Joe Biden, because when you play stupid games, everybody wins stupid prizes. Fucking retards. That's what everybody in our government is. We are ran by toddlers. These are toddlers with the most power in the world, and I'm fucking sick of it. There's not much else to say. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the theatrics. I'm tired of the bullshit. And I'm tired of seeing this stupid, ugly bitch on TV because she shouldn't be on TV. She should be in prison. Just like Donald Trump should be in prison if he took classified documents after he was president. Okay? I'm sorry. If you didn't declassify them, you can't have them. It's not part of the Presidential Records Act to do that. Okay? I'm sorry.
Throw them
all in jail. Let him and Joe Biden debate from jail cells across the hall from each other. I don't fucking care. Neither one of them should be president.
Have a shank making contest.
It's the dumbest among us, man. It's literally all the stupid people in this country get elected to office.
Yep, I agree.
And then the ones who couldn't get elected to office support the ones that were stupid enough to get elected to office. It's a fucking never-ending cycle, okay? I'm so fucking done with all of this shit. So done. I fucking can't. I'm sorry I'm ranting, but at the same time, like, you have to see everything from both sides. But, it's time for Chats with Pop Pop. Oh, man. Hold on. I got to do something real quick before we do this, because there's a point in this speech that it really just needs this. So bear with me for a moment, because this is actually important. You can talk about stuff, Joe. I don't care.
My neck hurts. I don't know why. I think I slept on it wrong. But I'm getting sleepy.
You're gonna have to stop that.
I'm getting sleepy.
Anywho, it didn't take very long, so
let's see what you're doing there.
We're ready to go.
Right, let's full screen that shit. Oh, not yet.
Mr. President, you started your remarks here today by saying it was good news today with the economic report. Why do you think most people still don't feel positive or feel good news about the economy?
Well, first of all, you just heard the news today, too. They haven't heard it. I think the people, those 300+ thousand people who got jobs, feel better about the economy. Look, I got to choose my words here. You all are not the happiest people in the world. What you report. And I mean it sincerely. It gets you get more legs when you're reporting something that's negative. I don't mean you're picking on me, or I'm just the nature of things. You turn on the television, and there's not a whole lot about boy saves dog as he swims in the lake, to say, it's about, somebody pushed the dog in the lake. I mean, I get it, but if you just listen to what's going on around the world, there's reason for people to be.
Again, you're being asked about the economy. Why are you talking about other places? Nobody cares about other places. They care about here. They care about our economy that you are ruining. Why? Why are you talking about other places around the world? Nobody fucking cares.
Concerned. There's reason for people to be concerned what's going on in Russia. There's reason to be concerned about what's going on in other parts of the world. I think that
You know what? Okay, pause it. You know what I see here? I see a president that's just like, you know what?
I am not going to win re-election.
But he's thinking, it's all coming down. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
The world's going to shit. I'm going to shit. I have to shit.
I've shit my pants.
I've shit my pants. And he knows it. He knows it's all going to pot, and nothing he can do about it.
Except for stand up there and look stupid.
And so this is kind of where we come in with things are bad, but they're going to get way worse.
True international effort to pressure
are smart as hell and know what their interests are. I think they know they're better off financially than they were before. It's a fact. And
Are you better off financially than you were under Donald Trump?
No.
Cody, are you?
Fuck no.
Viewers, are you better off financially than you were under Donald Trump? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. How many people we got watching right now, Joe?
6.
6. Okay. Yeah. So for the 6 of you out there watching, let us know. Are
Not
you
4.
better off under this economy than you were under Donald Trump? Because I'm not. Like, I'm sorry. It's just not true. Shut up, Mick. Don't lie. You're retired. Your wife's a doctor. You don't count. We're talking about normal working poor folk here. Okay, Rotad.
I mean, there are aspects that are better.
And if I were to say that there weren't,
but they're not because of the president.
But they're not because of the president in any way. Right, and at the end of the day, you're just full of shit.
all that data, all that polling stuff shows they think they're more positive about the economy.
No, it doesn't.
And more positive about their jobs, et cetera.
No, it doesn't.
I just think let me put it this way. If you just watch what happened last week in the Congress, how excited are you going to be about much of anything?
This your me?
Why is he not legally trying to challenge border wall construction?
I love how he's like, yeah, I just said that and walked away. Like he actually said something worth being like, oh man, he said that. Watch.
Nope, wrong button. Yeah, no, I mean, he's like, Matlock, son, I gotta go.
He's like, yeah, I just said that.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You did indeed say that. Now, this is one of the funnier chats will pop up.
studentaid.gov/save.
What was that? studentaid/gov/studentaid.
studentaid.gov/save. studentaid.gov/save.
Joe Biden's continued existential fight with the teleprompter, and the teleprompter won. Again, the teleprompter's like 37-0 at this point. I don't know what you want from me. It is what it is. Now, for the last portion of Chess with Pop Pop.
The sad part is I just wrote all that down, and it still brought me to it.
Thank you so much.
I'll answer one question on the border wall. The border wall, the money was appropriated for the border wall. I tried to get them to reappropriate, to redirect that money. They didn't. They wouldn't. And in the meantime, there's nothing under the law other than they have to use the money for what it was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No. Okay.
Why are you building it? Why are you building it? Why? Why?
You know what I think?
Joe, no, explain. Why? Why is he building the wall if it doesn't work?
I think they're building it on purpose. This is my theory. Hear me out.
I don't think it's to keep them out. I think it's to keep us in.
Well, here's my theory. I think they have intel of something going to happen. Like people trying to...
You mean the fighting age Chinese bales that have been
whatever
getting into the country? You mean that?
I do believe it's something threatening. And I believe they know about it. And I believe he thinks that... I believe...
You're still on full screen.
What the...
I believe Joe Biden believes that walls work. He's just saying no to appease his constituents. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's playing the politics.
He's not appeasing his constituents, though, because his constituents don't want the wall.
But he's trying to appease them by saying, oh, I don't want it, but they're making me do it.
I don't want to do it, but they're making me.
But really, he does want it.
Bro, we're flying through this show.
Oh, no, man. It's almost 10 o'clock.
It's almost 10 o'clock, and we're almost out of content.
Don't we end at 10?
No. We normally end at 10:30 or 11.
I don't want to go to 11. I'm tired.
Suck it up, Buttercup. I'm tired too. Anywho, now we talked earlier about the fact that Jamal Bowman got caught pulling the fire alarm. So let's check this out. Oh, wrong button.
And I do want to get to the latest on another story that we have been following, all related to this, as Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman acknowledged triggering a fire alarm Saturday in one of the U.S. Capitol office buildings, as lawmakers did scramble to pass a bill to fund the government before that midnight shutdown deadline. The fire alarm sounded out around noon in the Cannon House office building and prompted a building-wide evacuation at a time when the House was in session and staffers were working in the building. The building was reopened an hour later after Capitol Police determined it was not a threat.
Now, Jamal Bowman will tell you that he didn't think that it was a fire alarm. Now,
how do you mistake a fire alarm?
Now, here's the problem with that little theory, right? Because one of my least favorite Republicans in the entire world issued a pretty good clapback on this one.
Hi, everyone. We're at the infamous door where Jamal Bowman...
Does that look like anything other than a fire alarm?
No.
No, it's pretty solidly stated.
Bright red, says fire on it, right?
Pretty sure in the black it says pull for alarm.
Which, by the way, did you know that falsely pulling a fire alarm is a felony?
Yes.
Like, you do jail time for that shit.
No, he's a politician.
No. He's a Democrat. He's not going to get prosecuted.
Right.
claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now, these doors are open on weekdays. Every member of Congress knows that. Everybody that works here knows that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they are locked, and only certain doors are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Now, come on over here. This right here is a fire alarm. Nowhere does it say pull the fire alarm to open the exit door. Doesn't say that, and I think ex-middle school principals know better. Let me show you how we go when we need to go vote. I know this because my office is in here in Keenan Building. Come on, go this way. Oh, look, there's stairs.
Oh, look.
By the way, we had to use the stairs to evacuate the Keenan Building after Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm. Have an option. As members of Congress, we can continue to go down the stairs this way, and you can go in the basement, and we can walk in the tunnel that goes under the road to the Capitol. We do that all the time, especially if the weather's bad. Or you can come around this way. See where that says exit? It exits out on New Jersey. This one is open all the time. Not just some of the time, all the time. So let's explain very clearly again. Jamal Bowman didn't pull the fire alarm to try to get out of the building because he had to rush to go vote. I know that for a fact because I also work in the Cannon office building, and I watch Catherine Clark, the Democrat whip, make a motion to adjourn, and then within minutes, Jamal Bowman pulled a fire alarm, and he knew he was pulling a fire alarm because he's a former middle school principal. And then he ran out of the building and didn't tell anybody he did that. And this building was evacuated for over an hour, and Congress had to hold the vote open. That's usually only 15 minutes on the first vote. They held it open for over an hour as well. There's some serious problems for Jamal Bowman, and he needs to be prosecuted for violating the same federal law that they are prosecuting January 6th defendants and President Trump.
I don't. Disagree. That's the wrong button again. I keep fucking this up.
Is now.
No, stop. Bad. Anyway, so Jamal Bowman didn't pull that fire alarm to get out of the building. We all know that he didn't pull it to get out of the building. He pulled it to delay the vote, to make Republicans look bad, and because he knew he could get away with it. That's just the fact. In my opinion, I guess it's more. An opinion to me, but
I think it's fact.
I think more likely than not that was his thought process, right? So, but in other news, I guess border walls do work now. And just to,
the White House seems to just
stop. Why?
Tell it, Joe.
Faced with a surge in
So border walls work now. Okay.
Faced with a surge in illegal crossings, the Biden administration has announced it is waiving more than 24 federal laws to add on to the border wall in southern Texas.
Now, why would you waive federal laws?
Exactly like I told you.
To build a border wall if border walls don't work.
Remember what I told you about the urgency of it, and they're waiving these laws, man. I'm telling you, something.
He keeps kicking me in the deck. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the deck?
Telling you, something's going on.
Super weird.
NBC senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez has the latest. And Gabe, tell us what we know about this reversal.
Hi, Hoda. Good morning. This is a striking acknowledgement that changes are needed to stem the migrant influx at the southern border. The Department of Homeland Security waiving 26 federal laws, such as the Clean Air Act and the Safe Water Drinking Act, to allow border wall construction in Starr County, Texas. This is a major reversal for President Biden, who, during the 2020 campaign, vowed that not another foot of wall would be constructed under his administration. The president also issued a proclamation in 2021 stating that building a massive wall that spans the entire southern border is not a serious policy solution. It's a waste of money that diverts attention from genuine threats to our homeland security. In a statement overnight, Customs...
You mean like the fighting age illegal immigrants pouring into this country? You mean that security? Now, I don't disagree that a border wall doesn't solve the illegal immigration problem. What it does solve is the illegal border crossing problem. Okay, there's a difference, and the difference is simple. The illegal immigration problem is driven mainly by Canadians who overstay their visas. Okay, they should be deported and never allowed back here. The border wall solves a different problem, and that's the border crossings of people who are not getting visas, who would not be able to get visas even if they wanted to. Okay? I'm all for immigration. I really am. What I'm not for is people coming into this country and breaking the law to get here. Because if you break one law to get here, you're going to disregard all the other laws too. That's just how I feel about it. If, you know, and it could be the wrong way to feel about it, but if you're willing to break a law to get here, you're willing to break a law to feed your family, you're willing to break a law to have a vehicle, you're willing to break laws to do whatever you need to do, and you think it's okay. I'm sorry, but the law applies to everyone, which is something that the Democrats need to understand. And so do Republicans, okay? Because at the end of the day, the chances are that Trump's going to get convicted on the classified document stuff. Rightfully so, but they need to prosecute Hillary Clinton too.
Right.
Because the law should be applied equally. Her staffers admitted to using bleach bit to get rid of the stuff. So, border walls work or they don't. It can't be both. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. You're stupid and we hate you. So, on to the last actual thing that we have, and this is a local thing. It's happened in Decatur, Alabama. Cody, this one's yours.
Well, so
background.
All right. So what you can't see in the video, what you don't get full description of in the video that we're about to pull up, gentleman is in his house, hears something outside, looks out the window, sees an unmarked tow vehicle hooking to his vehicle. Now, I know what I would do, and I've already talked to Justin on this a little bit, and I know what Justin would do, which is the same fucking thing I would do. You're obviously going to get agitated. You're going to want to know what the fuck's going on. And if you have there by you, you're probably going to grab a firearm or some form of weapon.
Yeah, because somebody is jacking your shit.
Somebody is taking my shit, and they don't have
By the
a
way,
reason
this is
to.
all assuming you're not getting your vehicle repossessed for non-payment.
Right. If you haven't paid your vehicle payments, you know why.
Then don't be surprised.
It is what it is. But just safely assuming, okay, somebody is out there grabbing my shit, and I don't know who they are, why they are, or whatever. I'm going to grab a firearm or a weapon of sorts, and I'm going to proceed outside and investigate with actionable calls. And that's what this gentleman does. He walks outside. He has a pistol in his hands, and I'll let the video. The video is going to show the rest of what happens. And like I said, it was a local thing here-ish. What's having some strugglings?
I don't know what the password is, Joe.
For Facebook, I don't know.
Smell like failure.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Go to it again. No, just exit out of that. Oh yeah, do the video. Just use your Facebook.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
That. Does that have sound?
It does.
What's up there? Hey, police, get off me!
Hold on.
Hey, what's up there? Hey, police, get off me!
Dude.
That's the gun! That's the gun! That's the gun!
So, initial reaction, why was it necessary to shoot him 17 plus 1?
He pretty much emptied the mag into it.
He did empty the mag.
Yeah, it's 17 plus 1 in the pipe.
And dude was down for like
over half the shots.
Yeah. So
not only that,
so we
but
played it
once
back
he
and we
realized
counted seven shots went into him, he hit the ground. And then an additional 10, 11 shots went into him after he is on the ground. He dropped the gun on like the second shot. Like, fuck this, I'm shot, I'm done, fuck it, I'm out. You continue to shoot me. Past that, and this is the part that really like infuriates the fuck out of me. So I wanna preface this, whatever the fuck the word is.
Preface.
That one. With I'm a massive pro-cop supporter.
Yeah, your dad was a cop for years.
Yeah.
Good cops.
Many
good
years.
cops.
Yes, good cops. It sucks that we have to say a good cop supporter. I'm a massive supporter of the blue, quote unquote.
Right.
For fuck's sake, the tag on my vehicle says back the blue.
Yeah.
Like, I'm with it. I'm for it. This is bullshit.
This is not one of the instances where we can get behind the police on this.
I'm 100% against the officers involved in this. They should go to jail.
Now,
well, I think it was only one. It was only one guy.
There's 3 officers there.
Well, yeah. Okay,
3 officers there, 1 fired.
So, well, but they should all go to jail because, first of all, why are you taking somebody's stuff without presenting a warrant?
Well, first off, they weren't. The cops weren't. The repo man was taking the vehicle. The cop showed up. So the chain of events is this, okay? Repo Man shows up to take the vehicle. Dude comes out with a firearm, confronts the guy in the tow truck. Tow truck guy gets in his truck, leaves, calls the police. Because I'm not about to get shot trying to take your shit.
Okay.
Because I'm just doing my job, right? Cops come to dude's house. Dude exits home with a firearm and apparently a flashlight. It looked like he had a flashlight in his hand. Which it could have been a weapon-mounted light. It could have been a handheld flashlight. I don't know. I mean, it could have been a flashlight or it could have been a weapon-mounted light. I don't know. Cops scream, "Get on the ground." Before the words "get on the ground" are even out of their mouths, they're shooting. Okay? They claim that he pointed it at them. When that man realized that it was the police, I saw his hands go up. Okay? This is not a good shoot.
No.
This is a bad shoot. And that cop that shot this man should go to prison.
Agreed.
Where he will spend the rest of his days in solitary confinement, because if they release him into Gen Pop, they're going to kill him.
Yep.
Probably. Yep.
Apparently, the cop that shot the guy is like 24 years old. He's a young cop, hasn't been on the force very long. It's no excuse, okay?
Nope.
Your first reaction to gun can't be, "I'm going to shoot," as a police officer. If the gun is pointed at you, different story. You see a firearm pointed at you, eliminate the threat. I'm all for it.
Right.
In this instance, those shots were coming from his side, which turned into his front when he turned and went like this. I'm sorry, it's a bad shoot. At the end of the day, it's a bad shoot, and this guy's going to go to prison. And if he doesn't go to prison,
somebody lost their life because of it.
If he doesn't go to prison, then there's something wrong with the justice system in Decatur. I'm sorry, that's what it is. And there's a large African American population in Decatur, so
there is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I haven't heard anything about riots. You were talking about
So, and I didn't
I've heard
get
about
any,
protests, no riots, though.
I didn't get any news clipping, no links or anything to put over to y'all. One of my very good friends lives in Decatur, and he was actually the one that showed me the video and was telling me about it. So to say riots is kind of a stretch of a term, I guess. What they had said, what was happening and whatnot, was that a mass amount of protesters from the Chicago areas and
given the summer of love
areas
that we experienced a couple of years ago.
Right. All these areas where all these shootings or police brutality, if you will, instances have happened and led from protesting to riots. It's the same group of people that are coming to Decatur. Now,
right.
With that being said,
I already saw it.
Morgan County, which is where Decatur is, rolled out, I believe it was 10 or 12 sheriffs to Decatur in full riot gear. And Madison County, which is the neighboring county, also sent about 15 sheriff deputies into Decatur in full riot gear. Is anything actually going to happen? Is it just going to be smoke over the water? I don't know. The fact of the matter is, like Justin said, it's a bad fucking shoot.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation all the way around it. There's no good that's going to come out of this, period.
No. None.
I certainly hope that it doesn't turn into a riot and doesn't turn into more mess and more heartache and more bullshit. But I mean, it's probably gonna.
Yep.
I mean, it sucks, but it is.
I agree. Now we are we done with this?
Yeah,
now?
we can.
I mean that's all we really have to say about it. It's a
There's
bad
no
shoot.
footage right now of anything that's been going on in Decatur, so there's nothing really to cover past that.
They are refusing to release the body cam footage because it said something about the law doesn't allow it or something like that.
Which is bullshit.
It is.
It's
oh Jesus
right to knowledge.
Christ. No, I'm not doing that. So we've seen a couple of videos since we started talking about that. About the Israel stuff.
Oh shit.
Let's just say Israel don't play no fucking games. Because that was Israel toppling a building. You shoot at us, we're gonna fuck you up. That's what Israel said.
Yeah.
Press. That flak ain't gonna do shit for you, homie. So there's that. And then we also saw this when we were talking about that. Joe and I did anyway.
Hello, everybody. I'm Pete Hegseth, along with Lisa Booth, Griff Jenkins, and Lauren Simonetti, and welcome to the Big Weekend Show. 200 wounded after the hearing report tonight. Fox News alert: at least 250. And we're hearing reports of even more. Israelis are dead, and more than 1,500 wounded after the terrorist group Hamas launched an unprecedented air, ground, and even sea assault on Israeli soil. Israel responded with a large-scale counteroffensive on militants in Gaza City, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declaring war, telling his people they will fight to win.
Citizens of Israel, we are at war, not in an operation or in rounds, but at war. This morning, Hamas launched a murderous surprise attack against the state of Israel and its citizens. In the meantime, I call on the citizens of Israel to strictly adhere to the directives of the IDF and Home Front Command. We are at war, and we will win it.
Joe Biden is vowing to stand by and support Israel.
Prime Minister, in the face of the full stop to support for
Trey Yanks, who's live on the ground in southern Israel with the latest. Trey.
Good evening. We are learning more tonight about the Israeli reaction and the military preparations for what comes next following this massive attack that, according to Israeli media, left more than 300 people dead, both soldiers and civilians, along with dozens kidnapped and taken hostage into the Gaza Strip. Right now, there are civilians in Gaza reporting that they've received a text message from the Israeli military telling them to evacuate a town in the northeastern part of Gaza. We've seen airstrikes tonight, the Israelis targeting different buildings and Hamas positions with fighter jets and attack helicopters, though the text message is indicative of what might be to come, along with...
Okay, so we've talked about this before, right? In this situation, Israel is the good guy. Israel is trying to warn innocent civilians that the area you're in is about to get fucked. And if you don't want to die in that area, you need to leave. Chances are Hamas is getting those messages too, and they're getting out of there as well. So it does a disservice to Israel
to be the good guy.
To be the good guy, but the right thing is often not the easiest thing to do. And in the quest to vanquish your enemy, which is Hamas, you must also protect the citizens. Otherwise, you're just going to perpetuate the system or the cycle of violence that is occurring between Israel and Palestine.
Yep.
Okay. You have to show the citizens of Palestine that are not enemy combatants that you are not trying to end them. You are only trying to end the threat. It's just like that building that got knocked down. They dropped knock bombs on those buildings about 10 minutes prior to leveling them. So if you want to sit here and tell me that Israel's the bad guy in this situation, I'll tell you a million ways that you're fucking wrong. because no other country would give their enemies warning, hey, we're about to level this building that you're in. They'd just fucking do it.
And what was so cool is
Hamas didn't give any indication that they were going to attack.
Hit that thing so precisely, it leveled that building and none of the other ones.
Yeah. So, again, Israel's the good guy in this situation. I don't care what anybody says.
Video released online showing Israeli tanks headed toward the Gaza border, while there is still fighting in some border communities between Palestinian militants and the Israeli military. The next stage of this operation for Israel will be the response. And so we can expect that response in the coming hours or days. Of note here, though, Palestinian factions continue rocket fire into southern and central Israel. I want to show you what it looked like earlier this evening. Right now, a massive barrage of rockets coming off of the Gaza Strip. This is an effort by Hamas and Islamic Jihad to overwhelm Israel's missile defense system, the Iron Dome. It's just a constant barrage, one after another. You can hear the explosions there. The Iron Dome picking up some of this fire, but not all of it.
Hamas entered our communities. It was the worst nightmare ever. Hearing about people who have been killed from your own community and people who have been kidnapped inside their house, and talking to my parents who live the closest to the border with Gaza, and hearing from my mother that first thing in the morning she hears that they broke the window and started wrecking things inside the house. It's true my dad has a gun, but what can he do in front of 10 people or coming into their homes?
A nightmare.
It's heartbreaking and disgusting what Hamas is doing within Israel under false pretenses. I'm sorry, it just is. But we don't want to end it there. We want to end it on a funny note. We want to leave you smiling like we always try to.
Wish we could do some Key and Peele.
I do too, but we can't because we will get
the band hammer.
The band hammer. So any ideas?
I'm up for whatever. I don't have anything for a funny.
Joe?
Have we done End of the World?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
A couple of times.
Probably a couple times.
Let's do some Battlefield Friends. Yeah, here we go. No, I don't know what that one is.
Alright, I got you, buddy. Hey, come back, man. Okay, yeah, stay still. Don't quit moving, you idiot! Alright, yeah, there we go. That's good. You can hear me repairing you! Okay, stop! Just stop, please! Okay, here it is. Oh, okay, now you left me. How am I supposed to that's what you get! That's what you get, man!
Anti-tank soldier down. They have 3 tanks.
What, 3?
3 tanks.
Oh, man, they must have stolen one.
They almost have everything of ours.
She said, okay, listen, the tank that just went down, that's the tank that spawns here at Echo. So we need to defend this objective so we can get that tank back.
All right, guys, I'm getting the attack chopper. Damn it, they just took it.
Shit! Okay, so we have 1 tank out there?
Yeah, 1 tank.
Okay, let's hope he's good.
Why are these things so filthy? I need to pave this area. Okay, took it, fire. Engineer, you got repairs?
Are you the guy in the tank?
Yeah.
He's the guy in the tank?
I don't have repairs. We're all the way at Echo.
This thing's really smoking.
Keep firing, man.
Oh no, we gotta bail.
Tell him not to bail.
Don't bail. Just go down with it.
She's gonna blow.
Don't you dare bail.
She's gonna blow.
Oh my god.
So the enemy has 4 tanks now?
Do they?
1, 2. Yeah, they have 4.
It's a lot of tanks, isn't it?
It's all the tanks, actually.
Except for the one here that might spawn at Echo.
So what happened with your tank? Did you jump out of that tank?
Yeah,
Oh, the tank I was in?
Yeah, that tank.
It started smoking and it was rattling.
You decided to just, instead of going down with it, you would just give it to the enemy.
Well, we would have lost the ticket if I'd have went down with it.
And then you got killed by the tank you jumped out of.
I think.
You think?
Road killed by the tank you were in.
Well, it happened so fast, I don't know.
You don't think that was a dumb idea?
Could have been any tank, I don't know.
You gave him a ticket and the tank.
Now it's in the enemy hands, and they're taking away more of our tickets by killing our teammates.
You gave him a fucking tank, noob.
You gave him a tank.
Gave him a fourth tank.
You give him a tank.
Who gives him a fourth tank?
That's who does.
Fuck would he do?
Did he ninja out of here?
Tank's back.
Oh shit! Enemy sniper! Don't let him get in the tank!
Son of a...
Oh, come on! I want to do one more. I want to do Team 4-star. Let's see. I feel like it's this one that has
The following is a fan-based parody. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release. Alrighty, Gohan. I hope you got plenty of sleep, because today, we're gonna do some special training. This is going to be utterly terrifying or completely silly, isn't it? There is no in-between with you. Nah, we're just gonna focus on a little bit of basic combat training that Piccolo told me you've been struggling with. No, you aren't. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to dodge. I really don't think you... Now, this is gonna be a Super Saiyan blast. As a non-Super Saiyan, you have no option but to dodge it. Dad, you really need to listen. Because if you don't dodge this, you'll almost certainly, probably, definitely die. Dad, I'm serious. Ready? And... Damn you, Pavlov. Mr. Piccolo! Krillin! Anyone! No. Nobody is here to save me this time. To save me like always. I can't run from this. I can't dodge this. But if I can't dodge... If I can't dodge... Then... Well, look, it's you. And for a moment there, I thought you were actually gonna dodge. Good thing that was only half strength, or... Yeah, the first time is pretty intense. My first time was with Freezer, and boy was that rough. So who wants a haircut?
They're long, but they're hilarious. Especially if you enjoyed Dragon Ball Z as a child.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Because you're a
loser.
Best fucking saga ever.
Yep.
So, who's first? Ah, a volunteer.
you okay? Do you need a sensu bean? You're right, that is a stupid question.
Hey. Hello. So are we cool? You ate my family. Hey, don't lose your head. They were my family too.
So you broke the bald one's neck. Bravo! I hope you're not too proud of yourself.
Oh, Prince, I am proud. Not of that, no, but of you. It takes a big man, not necessarily a tall one, to do what you did. Sticking to your guns and just throwing everyone's lives away. And for that, I tip my... What is that on my head? Would you call it a crown? 16, would you call this a crown? I hate you. We'll call it a crown.
I'm good, the sensu worked. You know, it's too bad you don't have say in biology. At this point, you'd probably be unstoppable.
I know, right? Also, Vegeta's gonna die.
What? How do you...
Trunks, do you have any idea how many times I've been hit by someone stronger than me since I became an adult?
How would I know that?
Every time! Barring your mother and Chi-Chi, literally every time!
And?
And I know when someone's holding back! Trunks.
Okay, I can explain.
I don't think you can. All right, perfect cell.
Love the ring to that.
I'm going to enjoy wearing down the knuckles on these gloves.
Okay, I know that wasn't supposed to sound sexual, but...
Now, if you don't mind, it's time to turn your little coming out party into a funeral.
And time's up. Prince, while there's absolutely nothing I'd rather do than stand here and listen to you bluster at me till the heat death of the universe, I literally have a million better things to do. So here's the deal. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Oh, is that right?
Now hold on. You might have misheard me. Not half as hard, not some arbitrary percentage. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
And if I don't play along?
Well, then I guess your father was right about you. Ooh, consider that nerve touched.
What? How?
Because, Prince, like a soon-to-be broken man once said, you're either perfect or you're not me.
I'm okay. You've been holding back this entire time!
Okay, you're right. When I was training in the time chamber, I found a way to surpass my father. But he doesn't know! And if he found out...
Then he'd be mad at you? Listen, I like the guy, but his default emotion is angry.
It's more than anger, it's pride! It would shatter him!
And because of that, 18 had to die?
What does it matter? That was your plan the entire... Oh.
Oh.
Shit. Wait, where is my father?
See, Prince, that's what you get for not listening. But since I know you have trouble following directions, I'm gonna give you one last chance. You, me, hard as you can. Are we clear?
Crystal. Maybe you should tell him before he does something completely reckless.
There is literally nothing left that he could do to make this situation worse. Save blowing up the planet. He is going to blow up the planet.
I live here!
Oh, that's much better. I could actually feel that.
In their moments, all you'll be feeling is oblivion!
That or disappointment. Go ahead. Flip that coin.
Father! Your pride isn't worth destroying the planet! Come on!
Way past the bargaining stage here. Final Flash!
Oh, how cute. He named it. Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
missed the
How
planet.
cute. He named
Thank
the
God he's not
ocean.
completely insane. Completely being the operative word.
Hard enough for you.
Bonus! It actually did something.
See? Everything worked out. I mean, he's not dead, but it's a start.
You think this is funny?
You think this is funny?
It's not as funny as your face.
Holy
shit! You know, it might sound weird, but I kind of liked the old arm better. Oh well, I'll just have to break it in.
Why won't you die?
Prince, has this ever worked? Don't need to answer that. Okay, Trunks, you're out of excuses now. He's gonna kill your dad.
You don't know that. He could just knock him unconscious, and then I'll...
We don't have Dragon Balls, Trunks! Some advice, Prince, for the future. Next time, why don't you remember your place like the rest of them? And wait for Goku. KO! I win.
I thought this was the kicking me in the dick episode.
Oh. Here comes a new challenger.
That's what we
All
call
right.
that one.
Yeah. TBC Bridge, always a good time.
Yes.
I enjoy it. But
it's good.
Anyway, that's going to be the end of the show. If you haven't, make sure you hit the like button.
Oh. You broke it.
Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon. Not just click it, smash it. And hit the like button. Leave us a comment. Tell us what your political leanings are. And other than that, have a great night. I'm Justin.
I'm Joe.
I'm Cody.
Tally ho, lads.